Hi everybody, this is Cop Kitty and I would like to answer some of the questions about Portuguese that you made. So first of all, I'll just go by topics. How to translate I love you, eu te amo. The correct pronunciation is eu te amo, but as you say it, depending on the place of the country that you are, the TE gets another sound. So for my mid-east pronunciation is eu te amo. It has a chi sound to it. How to say please don't kill me. Por favor, não me mate. Where is Cop Kitty? Onde está a Cop Kitty? Or cadê a Cop Kitty? And cadê is a very informal way to say it, and it serves pretty much everything. Like, where is the purse? Cadê a bolsa? Or where are the movie tickets? Cadê os ingressos? And cadê is more like you're asking the person, like, where is it, man? You know, like, cadê? It's a very informal way to say it, so I would say that you should stick to onde está something before you use cadê. I need food and water. You can say this two ways. The exact translation of I need food and water is eu preciso de comida e bebida. But if you would place it in a more real way to say it in Portuguese is eu preciso comer e beber, which is simply like putting it on verbs. I need to eat and I need to drink. I've been asked to speak a little Portuguese with my sister, and I'm working on that because my sister is camera shy, and so I'll probably just get somebody else to talk to me, and that will be soon. Where Portuguese came from. Portuguese from Brazil came from Portuguese from Portugal. But Brazil being a colony of Portugal, the Indians that lived already here in Brazil had their own language, and it did reflect a lot on the Portuguese that Brazilians speak today. The main language that they spoke was Tupi-Guarani, so that got mixed up. Another languages that did really mixed up a lot was Spanish, because while the Portuguese were in Brazil, all around Spanish were conquering just pretty much all Latin America. So Brazil in the very beginning was a very small territory, and Portuguese advanced within the countryside. So Brazil got bigger because of the Portuguese invasions on the Spanish land. So of course they met some Spanish, and Spanish began to also mix up with Portuguese. That's why it sounds so similar, I guess. And okay, and what differs is that Portuguese became another language, really, because for as much as words and expressions are alike, they are not the same. So, and Portuguese from Portugal is kind of different from Portuguese from Brazil, like American English and UK English. They have different accents. Maybe they have different words for the same thing, or they have different meanings for the same word, but they're still like sister languages, so you can pretty much understand everything they each other say, and that is the same with Brazil and Portugal. Yeah, so Portugal is our mother nation when you count on language. And I have never been to Portugal, but people who have, like family of mine, they don't need to practice a language to go to. Like when you go to the US, you practice English a little bit just so you don't, get caught up. When you go to France, you practice a little French, so you can, manage to go by. But it's really strange that those people that went to Portugal, they told me they didn't need to study before because they already like knew how to manage themselves, their language speaking. Okay, so I was asked also to translate owned, and I am not really sure what own means. Owned for me, as I see it on like a slang in movies, it's like a person who is owned is like a person who's like kind of weak or kind of misunderstood by their friends, and they're always making jokes on that person. So a person who's owned is kind of like, you would have two words like otário or trouxa, but if this is not like the exact translation, then I'm afraid I have to look this up. Also,